Hey guys, so the Damson S Series Dolby Atmos wireless home cinema system just arrived. We're going to crack this box open. I just pulled it out of the box it came in for shipping. We'll crack it open, plug it in, and see how it sounds. So, let's see what we got here. Let's put it down on the floor. So, looks like we've got the two surrounds. It says S bar and S woofer inside. Pull one of these out. What's inside the box? One S cube and a power supply. There it shows you an idea what the speaker array looks like inside for reflecting the audio around the room. Here's what looks to be the bar itself and the subwoofer, all wireless. And looks like the Atmos modular piece that plugs into the bar. So let's crack all this open and see how it works. First I'll open this bar and woofer. Here's a look at the side of the box. So I'm told by the head of Damson that this bar is not meant to be an audiophile bar. It's small, yet powerful. And the purpose is really, just like it says here, to complement any room setup at the same time as offering incredibly room-filling sound. So, yes, like you said, it's probably not audiophile grade, but it's certainly a much better experience, I'm sure, than the speakers inside any television. And since it's got a bunch of Dolby tech in it, of course it's awesome. And it's going to help sound great. And we've got Atmos decoders built in. So I'm sure it's going to be great. Here's the remote. So it's got a couple HDMI ports. Looks like it's capable of ARC. It also, on the side of the box, said that it supports Dolby Vision and HDR10. So it's going to pass those signals through as well, which is pretty awesome. So here's the subwoofer. Take him out of the plastic. If I can. Sorry. There we are. There's the sub. And then here we likely have some power supplies. Yep. So my guess is that this will cover all kinds of different power for different countries and areas of the world. Yep. So that's cool. It's all built in. Power supply. The one we need, because we're here in the US, is this guy. Looks like it's keyed. And it pops in here. And then locks. Pretty simple. Alright, and there's likely another one here. Yep, same deal. So we'll get rid of these. We don't need them here anyway. US power. Alright, plug him in. Snap. Good. Let's open this up. Get the remote out of here. And of course, some shameless plugs for some other products, which we should be receiving soon. some more products, which I'll do some more reviews and posts. All your different ways for support and a quick start guide. Let's try it without that first, see what happens. Bet we can make it work. So here is the soundbar itself. There we go. It's got some buttons here. I imagine this setup has Bluetooth, but we'll find out. There's the model. Power. Okay, and then here we've got the, what I would imagine is the smarts to decode the Atmos and probably our HDMI inputs, right? Because this system without the Atmos piece is totally wireless. But as most of you probably know, you need HDMI in order to get Atmos from one device to another. For now, so looks like this bar here will go onto this, and it gives us something like that. So this has, you can see on the top, it's got the heights for reflecting off the ceiling. We've got a kind of strange ceiling here. So this is just my little test room in my house for plugging stuff like this in and checking things. But you see the ceiling here is a little strange. It's got a very short flat piece, but then it's got vaulted ceilings on either side. So it's not ideal, but I'll bet you it still sounds good. So that's that. And I'm going to open up these speakers here. These are the surrounds. There's power supplies in each one of these too. And these are wireless. Designed in Yorkshire. Looks like our friends in the UK hooking us up. I haven't heard this system yet, but I've heard really good things about it. Set this here just for a second. There we are. So again, this could be a totally wireless system. All that we need to do here is get power to each one of these, and you can see if we look through the grill, it's got a pretty decent little speaker array. Power, volume buttons. So let's I'm gonna stop for a second, and I'm gonna set some stuff up in the room. I gotta come up with a way to put my surrounds back here at a good height, and I'll be back in a second. All right, so a couple things that I just want to note before I really get to hooking this stuff up. First, these satellite speakers, the surrounds, they do come with these little brackets and the screws to connect them to the back of the speaker, and you can hang them on a wall. This little flap comes down. It's got what looks like, I guess, is an aux in, a pairing button, power, and then if we look close, there's a triangle, a circle, and a square. The triangle is to make this speaker the left surround. We switch this one to the square, it becomes the right surround. And then on the back of the subwoofer, that's where our inputs and outputs are. So we've got an aux in, 1/8 inch, 2 HDMI ins, and 1 out. So this will go up next to the TV. I've got the HDMIs there. Then this will go in front. We can place it there now. So drop that guy here, move this over. I'll put him there. And then the Atmos module with the up-firing speakers just goes on there. So it's actually got magnets, and it just kind of sits there and the magnets hold it in place. The power for that speaker comes from the center channel here. It's plugged in, and then you can see there's little contacts here and here that pass power, or really probably just signal, to the Atmos module, like I said, which just kind of snaps on there. And then what we'll do is put our sub over here. This has this little foot that pops out. There's power. So then this is going to my TV, so it'll be output. And this is not a Vision TV, it's only 1080p TV actually, it's not even 4K. But it's what I have in this room for now. My Vision stuff is all in the other side of the house where I actually use it every day. Alright, that's a short HDMI cable, but it'll work for right now. And we'll plug power in a second. So I just had to figure out where I want to put, how I want to put the surrounds in this room. I'll go get a box or something and put them on top of that. So give me a second, I'll plug it all back in. Alright, so I got it all hooked up. Excuse me. Have not powered it up yet, just plugged it in. You can see the sub, I got a longer HDMI, so we're good. And this super high-end custom install back here, oh yeah, I went all out and hung the speakers up. This must be able to switch this outlet. There we go. Good, it's powering up. That one's blue, must mean it's connected already, I guess. We got our trusty 2018 Dolby Demo Disc. Crack it open. Brand new, fresh out of the box. Oops. So let's pop that in here. No idea what to expect here. I haven't paired anything. I haven't done anything. I didn't read the manual. I wanted to see if we could just do it. Of course, I don't have the remote here for this Blu-ray player. So will it play? Cannot be performed because of disc restriction. All right, well, I need to grab the remote for this Blu-ray player. All I have here is voice remotes. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we're in business now. I've got the remote for the Blu-ray. I should have probably checked if it worked. Yes, it does. Shoot, stop. Okay, so we'll go back into the disc. So for any of us, a maze is pretty much a good reference. We know what it sounds like on a really good system. So I'll use that here for my reference too. I'm gonna do the True HD playback rather than the DD Plus, just for some slightly higher resolution, and you know, we'll give this thing all it's got. Well, while I was gone, both of these speakers turned blue. That one's red, and so is the light on the subwoofer. So I don't know if that's supposed to be how it is or whatever, so let's just give it a run. I'll start a maze, and here we go. Well, it's working. Okay, so obviously you can't hear that, what it sounds like through the little tiny microphone on my phone. But I gotta say, it's really impressive. This system sells for 500 bucks online, shipped to you. Uh, when the company Damson agreed to send this to me, it came like next day. So pretty awesome. But I'm really impressed by that. So tiny little room, yes. We can move it to a bigger room, and I can test again if you're all gonna complain. You probably will. That's okay. I'll move it. I'll bet it still sounds awesome. I did not make any changes and did not configure anything. I simply plugged that Blu-ray player and that TV into that subwoofer, and then plugged power into the sub, the center, and the two surrounds, and the system just configured itself. Obviously, no calibration. We talked about this is not an audiophile setup or system. It's not meant to be. This is meant for your bedroom, your room where you don't necessarily want to have a ton of big equipment and you can't put in ceilings or don't want to put in ceilings. You still get the upfiring from the fronts. And the rears sound really good. They have those speakers that wrap around. I'm pretty impressed. So the system does have an aux in, it's got Bluetooth and two HDMI inputs. I would appreciate a little more bass. So let's see if we can see what this X bass button does. I'll hit that and the light turned blue. If I hit it again, it turns back to red. I don't know if you can see that or not. So that looks like it's off. X bass is on perhaps. I'm gonna play that same clip again and just see if it sounds any different. I won't play the whole clip because, like I said, y'all can't hear it anyway. Oh yeah. More bass. Pretty impressed. That did sound better. We had more low end. It doesn't appear that I can increase or decrease volume on the surrounds or each channel independently, but I don't care. It's $500 soundbar. That's really small. Look how small that thing is compared to even just this disc holder, disc case. That's a small soundbar, folks. Sounds great for what it is. I would definitely spend 500 bucks on this bar, especially in a place where I just would like improved sound and would like to get as much of an Atmos experience as I could in that environment. Again, better than the TV speakers, better than putting headphones on. Pretty killer in my opinion. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll answer them. And we have some folks who can also better answer questions about this particular product on the Facebook group. So let's ask our questions. Let me know if you want me to do anything else more for reviews, and I'll post it up. Thanks, guys.